Hey, what's good, y'all? It's the White Shadow Norway back again with yet another collector video for you. We're gonna go with vinyl this time also, and we're gonna stay with the mid '90s underground hardcore New York City hip hop. I got a stack of records here, a quite big one today as well. I'm gonna do three New York labels in one today, starting with Eastern Conference Records. That was a High and Mighty Mr. Eon DJ Mighty My thing. And the first release on the label ever was by the High and Mighty, the classic Hands On Experience, like a Fapper's Delight anthem from back in the mid 90s. More heat on this though, you also got Cranial Lumps, and on the other side you got It's All For You as well. And all of those three songs are great, just banging underground hip hop from 1996. I think this came out. That's when most of these labels were at their most active, from 95 to like 2K 2001 ish. Got two copies of this one. Definitely a good one for mixing, as well as you got the acapella and instrumentals and everything too, and pretty good for juggling. But the classic Perverted Hands-On Experience is the highlight here by the High and the Mighty. Moving on, EC002, second Eastern Conference release, of course. Check out the Star Wars character here with the headset. Nah, that's dope. That's the instant like as well on that. This is just Eastern Conference. They just call it Eastern Conference. It's on the Eastern Conference label, so it's like Eastern Conference All Stars on this, including three songs, all in together, captivating, cultivating, and know a little N-word alerts. And yeah, this All In Together was produced by Mighty My, and it features Baby Black of Ill Advised out of Philly, as well as Mr. Eon and Paulie Yams. And the other side got the Know a Little Nut, and there's no features on that, I think. That was produced by Mighty My, and so is Captivating Cultivating, which features Mr. Eon Ill Advised and my man Rashid, aka Raw the Madman, aka Raw Bumsafad, aka Melee Sparks. I've done a lot of work with Melee Sparks. I did work with him producing and doing cuts on 3 albums for him and a bunch of other songs too. So big shout out my man Rashid, Melee Sparks, currently out of Scandinavia, originally out of Philadelphia. Eastern Conference affiliate as well. Banging underground 12-inch. And keep it right there with the underground bangers. Another High and the Mighty release. This is EC003, I think. I can't see the number, but I think so. This was produced by Mighty My and The Alchemist as well on this one. Got two bangers. Got Open Mic Night and The Meaning. Just another great underground mid-90s 12-inch. Moving on with the Smut Peddlers, which was, of course, also the High and the Mighty, but meet Cage. Cage in on this one, too. Some nice drawings there by the Smut Peddlers peddling that smut, you know what I'm saying? You got One by One on this one, Dirty Cleaning Instrumentals on one side, then you got the whole repertoire on the B side, also Dirty Cleaning Instrumental, also a really good one. They didn't put out no weak shit on Eastern Conference, man. All the joints was, especially the early ones, were solid. Next up, Mad Skills telling y'all to lick the poles, and the Conceited Bastard on the B side to go with that. Let me see who produced this. This was produced by Danger Mouth on Lick the Balls, and the other one produced by Reef. I'm not sure if that's the producer, Reef, who's got that dope sampling blog out there, and also worked with my man Burnt MD, or if that's Reef the Lost Cause. I'm not sure, actually. But anyway, great 12-inch. Got two copies of this. Used to rock the hell out of this in the clubs too, man. Really good. Lick the balls. Good fun on the dance floors. Most Def. Moving on to label number 2, I'm going to run a profile on today. Another New York mid-90s label. It's True Criminal Records, breaking out the True Criminals here. This one produced by master producer and MC Lord Finesse, and it's the first release from Ox Skills, who only did two 12-inch singles, unfortunately. And it's a great doubleheader. Got Shake the Flavor on the A side, and the B side, produced by Buck Wild, was called Nights of Fear, which was more like a dark underground joint, while this was more like the boom bap banger on it. Both tracks really, really great anyway, from True Criminal Records in 1996. Keep it moving, baby, keep it moving. This second release was some Street Smarts on True Criminal. I don't have that one, unfortunately. So, moving on to C-Rim or Crim or Crime 003. This is also Axe Skills in his second and last single. I'm not sure what happened to him. I heard some rumors here and there, but I'm not sure. It's a shame he didn't do more anyway. Both of these were produced by Eddie James, and goddamn, I mean, even if it's a lesser-known producer, the beats on this one is even better than the first Axe Skills release, especially on this one, One Life to Live. But also the B-side, I think it's called East to West, right here. East to West, yep. It's also a banger. So this is just great. The drums on this, man, banging. Beautiful. One of the best mid-90s underground hip-hop joints for real, by my man Axe Skills. Moving on with the second Street Smarts release. That one I definitely picked up. This was also produced by Buck Wild for Still Digging Productions. And there's a doubleheader A-side on this, double A-side on this as well. First one is Problems. You know, bitches ain't nothing but problems. Can't live with them, can't live without them. I used this for cuts for, well, maybe that was the other side. I'm not sure if that was Metal Tangs. We pack metal tanks just to sell tanks. Or if it was Problems, both of them are great anyway. The line I cut was for the Dark Side of the Force album on the single they called No Time, where they go, no time for hookers, I'm looking for a righteous girl. I should have flipped that a little something too, and cut like, no time for a righteous girl, only time for hookers. Or some shit like that, man. Okay, man, I'm going to keep the stupidity at a low rate on this one, man. Just focus on the record collecting. Great label anyway. Great 12-inch on True Criminal Records by Street Smarts. Moving on to some hip-hop Unlimited 12-inch white plastic. I still believe mine is black, but yep. Anyway, it's a True Criminal Records EP. And there's a lot of bangers on this. What do you got? We got Street Smarts, Don't Trust Anyone, with the James Bond Diamonds Are Forever sample, I believe, if I'm remembering this correctly. Godsons, Sidewalkers, Axe Skills, One Thing or Another, which is only on this EP, as far as I remember. Godsons and Street Smarts, Verbal Murder. You got Street Smarts, Metal Tanks remix, and a clean version of Don't Trust Anyone in the end there. Great value for money EP, and overall strictly bangers. True Criminal EP. Now moving on to one of the newer ones. Well, it's actually just Criminal 008. They didn't put out that many records actually. I don't know if they're still doing their thing. I'm not sure. Anyway, nice logo they had there with a Timberland boot there with one of them. The kind of shit, I don't know what it's called in English even. Excuse my Norwegian is one of them things they put on your foot in jail, boot camp or something. True Criminal, Street Smarts again with Fitless. And, oh shit, that's produced by my man Domingo. That's my dude, man. He's a good guy. He's helped me out a lot over the years with my albums with featured artists and all kinds of good stuff, man. Big shout out to Domingo. Legendary producer out of Brooklyn, New York City, bringing the heat on this one, no doubt. Fitless on one side, and you got the Don't Trust Anyone remix on the other side that was also produced by Domingo. Also cuts by DJ KO on this one. Definitely a solid later True Criminal Records release, as is this one, also produced by Domingo, and this is by Tone Deaf. And it's a doubleheader 12-inch called Ridiculous and Heads Up. Yep. This both jams also produced by Domingo. And of course, Tone Deaf, courtesy of QN5. That was the next to last 12-inch True Criminal Records ever put out. Sorry about the lighting here, man. It is kind of late in the evening. And Mr. Lamp is up there on this one, too. It's the only way I can make this watchable. So, bear with me on that and just enjoy the dope covers and me talking about the records here. So, that was the end of the second label I was going to do a profile on today, True Criminal. The first was Eastern Conference. The third is coming up right here with the first official release on this label by the Triflicts called Genuine or Genuine. I'm of course talking about Hydra Entertainment out of Brooklyn, New York. Another great mid-90s hip-hop label. That's still doing their thing, I think. They were manufactured and distributed by Sneak Tip Records, which Sneak Tip was like a dance music, house music label. So this was like the hip-hop label that they dropped, and they did quite well with this, with a nice stack of dope releases. This being the first one, which was alright. It's not like a real classic or anything, but it's a good one to have. Well, the B-side, Don't Make Me Try, also produced by the Beatnuts. And the A-side was also produced by the Beatnuts. Keep it moving. Screwball, I got a bunch of 12s by them, and this was also produced by the Beatnuts. Hydra Records got their logo together. I think it's like a baseball with a screw in it. So a screwball. Of course, Screwed Up, produced by the Beatnuts. They Want to Know Why, produced by Mike Heron for Big Shot Productions. So that's the B-side. This is, of course, the Screwball logo, not the Hydra logo. The Hydra logo looks a little something like this on the side there. Anyway, like all the Screwball 12 inches, solid release. Keep it moving on to the Dawn. The Dawn was originally signed to Def Jam and did an album for them. That was back in the days when Def Jam signed hardcore hip hop. But it did a lot of stuff independently, and most of it on Hydra Records after that. The Dawn, or Godfather Dawn. Look at the dope logo there. He's actually, supposedly, he's a huge fan of black metal, and Norwegian black metal in particular, which is really dope to me, being Norwegian and all. So he's up on all that grimy, hardcore, old school Norwegian black metal stuff, and I think you can kind of see the inspiration from that on this logo. I might or might not be right on that. Hydra Records anyway, parental advisory, explicit lyrics, like most dope records. This got 3 bangers on it: Styles by the Gram, World Premiere, and Properties of Steel. And he also produced them himself. I think he produced Styles by the Gram there. I'm going to flip it over, see if he produced the other ones as well. Yep, as far as I can see, the other ones, World Premiere, Properties of Steel. This is like some real dark, hardcore, grimy hip-hop, and just awesome. That's all there is to it. Moving on with yet another Godfather Dawn joint, and here he's got the gothic font even that I've been using too, man. I've been inspired by black metal as well as he was. This got 2 bangers on it: Piece of the Action and the B-side, Seeds of Hate. That's Hydra number 415 for your number fanatics out there. And he also produced and mixed this one himself, and it's yet another dark, really hardcore, grimy, great mid-90s New York, Brooklyn hip-hop. Keep it moving with a Marley Marl production this time. Yeah, Marley might have been more known for his productions in the 80s, from the mid-80s, sort of like early 80s to early 90s. Like the stuff he did for Bismarck Key and the rest of the Juice Crew, of course, LL Cool J and everyone. But, he had some bangers in the 90s too, like this one from 97, I think, or 96, I'm not sure. Doesn't say, but I think it's 97. By Kamikaze. That's got Spread It, the remix on the B-side, and what you gotta watch out for in this music biz on the A-side, the snakes. The snakes. This is along the lines of the Godfather Dawn joints, like really dark, hardcore, grimy hip hop. This one maybe even more so than most of the Godfather Dawn joints. So really another great one on Hydra Records there. Continuing with pure dopeness. Maybe this is, I think this is my favorite on Hydra. This is by Gab Gotcha featuring Juju of Beatnuts. Unfortunately, Gab Gotcha had to do a longer jail sentence after he put this out, so this was like the only 12-inch that he dropped. But it was a great one, great doubleheader there on the Job on the B side, which is dope, and Angels on the A side, which is just fantastic. That beat there by Juju of the Beatnuts is just with a melancholic, moody, kind of sad, mellow Spanish guitar sample is really, really dope there. This is a promo copy produced by Juju for Ghetto Professionals and the Beatnuts. Hydra 418, my favorite Hydra Records 12-inch, this one by Gab Gotcha. On the Job, Like I Am, and Angels. Moving on to an EP in the same style that the True Criminal EP was. This is the Brooklyn Queens BQE EP. Hydra Entertainment presents BQE Brooklyn Queens EP. Featuring joints from Kamikaze. You got Snakes in there, and Gab Gotcha's on the Job is in there. Godfather Don Burn is in there, which I didn't have on 12-inch. Same as I Jump and Hazardous on the Air, produced by Didi Spinna. K Fanatsu York, I remember that being my favorite on this. That was also one of the earliest Hydra 12-inches that I didn't have on 12-inch singles, so I picked it up on this one. Produced by a kid called Roots, and Hostile of Screwball, Beat 'em on the Head, produced by Bitso. So, yeah, some nice Bitso, some nice underground bass there. Hydra Entertainment Records, and it says what it is right here. Very hot. Got a couple of more for you. This is one of the later Hydra ones, also on All the Right Records, distributed by Hydra, by Johnny Blanco and Capital D. I'm not talking about my homie Capital D from Florida. What up, homie? Here you go. Here's your record, but it's not you. Damn. It's another Capital D, and this is a pretty solid later Hydra joint. I don't know if it has a year on it, but I think it's like late 90s, 98, 99. One track called You Don't Want It on one side there, and the other side got Hell's Gate. We're going to open a Hell's Gate on this pitch. Another good one. Maybe not as top-notch as the early Hydra Records joints, but definitely worth having. Now we got a bunch of Screwball coming up for you. First up, Hostile. What's on the B side here? Take It There, produced by Mike Heron on this one, and Take It There features Capone of Capone and Noriega, and First Blood as well is extra joint there, produced now featuring Godfather Don, actually. So, like I said, all the Screwball joints are solid 12s, and this is no exception. Neither is this, with the exciting title FAYBAN, which means fuck all ya bitch ass nuggas. And the B-side, Seen It All. Produced by DJ Premier, none other than the great, legendary, maybe best hip-hop producer of all time, Primo. Funky Fresh in the Flesh, from the album Y2K. Coming summer 99, prepare yourself. And on the B-side there's another banger, I think, yeah, Seen It All. And fuck all your bitch ass nook. Yep, not a Screwball banger. Not a great doubleheader by Screwball. And here's yet another great doubleheader by Screwball. This one produced by Godfather Don. A-side's called Who Shot Rudy, produced by Mike Heron, though. B-side produced by Godfather Don is called You Love to Hear the Stories. I think they sampled that MC Shan. Oh, you love to hear the stories again and again. How it all got started way back when. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they sampled on this. And this is not on Hydra. This is like an unofficial Hydra type Screwball, Godfather Don type release, which is why I included it. Couple of more joints, and they're also Screwball Torture, this time featuring MOP, and Turn It Up on the B-side, produced by FB for Grand Orchestra Music, and the A-side was produced and mixed by Felice Stone Productions. Not the most well-known producers, but these are bangers, definitely. And MOP, you know, is going to be hardcore. So the final one I'm going to show today is the remix 12-inch, also on Hydra, of Torture. Torture, the remix, produced by Ayatollah on this one, and it's real nice, man. Hydra Records Screwball featuring MOP, Torture, the remix, Ayatollah on the hardcore beat, and on the B side you got Street Life, also produced by Godfather Don for Hydra Entertainment. And that's about it. The White Shadow Norway. That was another vinyl collecting video for you. Another one with a profile on some dope-ass mid-90s hardcore underground New York hip-hop labels. So, I hope you enjoyed this. And until the next time, have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Peace.